wonderful, you beautiful fire soul. It wants me to say that for you. Aries, I need some of your energy in my life today for sure. Hope you guys are doing fabulous. I have this new deck to read from for you guys. This is the Tarot of the Divine, absolutely gorgeous deck based on cultures and fairy tales from all over the world. And I specifically got it because I can't remember if I said it in y'all's last video or not, but I was starting to do private readings for clients, and most of my decks were white European themed, and I just kind of felt like that wasn't really cool because most of the people I was reading for are not, in fact, white European people. So this one features stories from all over the world, and y'all, I swear to God, if I pulled this card one more time today, this just came out for Pisces. It came out for Aquarius. So Aries, you're very much, I mean, you're right next to those signs on the wheel. So this is definitely something coming through those signs right now. This, it literally just fell out of my deck for you. So this is here for you. It's a divine awakening. The awakening is here. You are being shown the path. You are being shown the vision. Ooh, it just said vision quest. You are being shown the vision. You're being shown the vision. Vision quest is specifically kind of a term that people use in the spiritual community about literally taking like a retreat and kind of like going up to the top of the mountain and, yeah, receiving enlightenment from God about your journey, your quest, your purpose and everything, your mission. So this is about that. This is the vision quest. And I feel like for some of you guys, this has been revealed, and for some of you, it's still like in the process of happening. Do you see what I'm doing to this deck? I have been doing this the whole time I've been talking to you. That's what I mean. It says shaking things up, and that's what I mean. Like, it's like the whole rest of the deck is quaking and waiting for this all to happen. Whew, love it. I said you're excited. I said you're excited. What else is coming out? I just said 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 of Cups, lots of options. This is straight up Aladdin, but they kind of take the tail and put all these other lamps in here, and that's where it's like, which one is the genie in? Actually, there could be a genie in a lot of them, right? But which one's the genie you want? Lots of options available. Lots of mystery involved in all of them. You don't know what's in these lamps until you rub them. So it's kind of like, which lamp do you rub first? Ooh, and it just brought up this beautiful griffin on this one right here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see that detail, but there's a griffin on this one. And, I mean, there's creatures on the other ones too, but this one is specifically kind of standing out to me. And it's got all the pearls around it, which pearls are like pearls of wisdom. I've seen a lot of pearl symbolism lately, and what a pearl is a piece of sand that accidentally got into an oyster or a clam, and oyster, right? Oyster, yeah. Got into an oyster, and the oyster essentially recognizes that it's a foreign thing, that it's dirt, right? That it's not something that belongs in there. And it just said like an anomaly. And basically the oyster, to protect itself, kind of starts turning that sand, building the pearl around that little sand thing. And in doing so, it transforms it into something absolutely beautiful and priceless and precious, right? We covet pearls. We go after pearls. And what it's saying is, it's almost like that nugget of knowledge, that nugget of gold, that pearl of wisdom. Seeing the ability to see dirt, figurative or literal, to see dirt and transform it, maybe slowly over time, but transform it into something absolutely priceless and precious. And that is this lamp. And that is the one I would say you for sure would maybe need to check out, because of the fact that it's like, And like, I look, I was pointing at that and literally like a little speck of dust floated down in front of my face and I saw it. And that's what I mean. It's like you can see the dirt and the dust and the grime on some of these things, these options, these choices, but you know which dirt and grime you can transform into a pearl. And that is the lamp you need to accept and take and rub, basically. Very much so. It's just that's the one that you need to work on, the one that you feel like you have the most hope of transforming something, right? The Hierophant, it says she's super wise. Yeah, the Hierophant is always kind of like a spiritual leader, a church leader, can be someone like a professor or a really high up figure, a mentor in that way, someone who's in charge of some institutions, and there's order and structure and routine to those things, and yet at the same time there's very much that free-flowing wisdom and knowledge of spirit, and that's exactly what she represents. This is a Native American woman. I would say there's kind of like this smoke, I would say like smoke smudging practices, and that's what I mean. Like she's like the spiritual leader, right? Or one of the spiritual leaders. She's the feminine spiritual leader. She's the healer, and she very much in that respect, it said, knows what she's doing. It said she knows, and she's holding the peace pipe, presenting the peace pipe. And that's the other part too, is like she does represent peace and knowledge and wisdom and cleansing and purification. She honors death at the same time, and honors the masculine at the same time, because this is a masculine skull, right? This is a bull. And so that's what I mean. It's like it's just showing me like the medicine woman. Even though we're used to hearing about medicine men, there was plenty of women too who were healers in all the cultures as well. And women are often the ones that help with mourning and passing and letting go of things, because they're very in touch with the death cycles and the rebirth cycles of life. And that's exactly what she represents in general. Just being very in touch with all of that, knowing when to present peace, knowing when to honor the dead, knowing when to cleanse a space, knowing when to teach, speak, all of that. Beautiful energy, Aries. And all this white makes me feel like that's that pearl too. And like that's the things like, where can you transform yourself and others? How can you transform yourself and others? That is the lamp that you need to go after. Yeah, and let the tower come down in the process. What this is saying to me is that this higher calling has revealed a lot of options to you that have made you really unsure of what do you do. Spirit is telling you that this is part of that pearl of wisdom that you need to recognize while you're making your choices and decisions. However, it is also letting you know that in following this path, you have to recognize that there's some old things that have to come down. This tower is definitely the story of Rapunzel. I mean, look at that beautiful braid, right? Hello. So, that's what I'm just saying is like, there is part of you that is locked away in this tower. And that's why this tower has to come down, because you cannot fully get what you need and fulfill this wisdom. You can't proceed down this path without destroying some things too, is what it's saying. Like you've got to be willing to tear down some things in order to work on more of this. And you see how there's like, it kind of like bridges over the top of this tower. It's like it's going to bridge over the destruction. Like this will possibly come through and happen. The tower doesn't have to be like a huge tower, but it's definitely enough to make a change in your path, right? There's something old, something that's not totally working, or a belief system or a thought process or a structure or anything that just isn't working. And the lightning's got to come down, the tower's got to be destroyed, people got to get kicked out, and that's the only way that Rapunzel gets out of the tower. And that's the only way you're going to get out of the tower, so that you can continue to work on these things. What's this tower for you, Aries? This Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is very nurturing, very abundant. Provides basically, I mean, she's got that coin, right? She makes that money. She provides that coin. It's very much about money or just materialism, motherhood, things of that nature. Very like Garden of Eden kind of feel coming off of this card, like Eve energy. I want to look up this tale for you, just because I'm curious. Queen of Coins. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this completely right, so forgive me. Waramurang Gunju, I would assume. Northern Australia. The Queen of Coins is an eager mother ready to bring new life. Waramura Gunju has traveled the world blessing her many children. She is always moving, loving, and ever practical. She teaches her children how to help themselves. A healer, luxury, being grounded, practicality, and movement. Even though this card is upright, that's the whole thing, is like part of this, if it's about being a mom and being nurturing and things like that, it's like, it's not telling you to give up motherhood, right? It's just, there's something in that that's blocking you when it comes to this tower. There's an aspect about this Queen of Coins that is being represented by this tower, and it's just not, it's not helping you bring it down, right? So this is what you've got to just kind of like, just put this energy aside. It's not that you got to get rid of it. You just got to kind of like put this energy aside for a little bit when it comes to facing this tower, and focus on some other aspects. And that's where I believe these cards really come in. Spirit has shown you a vision, has shown you the way. Choose the lamp, choose the pearl, or choose, you know, what you can transform. Ooh, it just gave me a Bible verse, and that's where, ooh, yes, Lord. It just said the whole thing about like, give me the, what is it? Give me the serenity, to accept the things that must change, and the wisdom to not worry about the things I cannot change. Like, that's exactly what that whole thing was about. It was like that prayer. And that's what I mean, is like, you're a very nurturing energy at this time, very much that motherhood and abundance. And something about that is here in this tower, it's blocking you a little bit. Just gently set it aside for right now and focus on some other things. Step into that Hierophant energy, that divine, in this case, what's feeling more like that divine feminine energy, learning that peace, cleansing your space, getting in touch with spirit and wisdom in that way. And let the light be revealed to you. That's what I got for you, Aries. Although it wants one card off the bottom of the deck. Underneath it all, yeah, Seven of Wands. Battling through some obstacles, busting through, but definitely have the strength for sure to do it. The spiritual strength to do it. Definitely. And that's where that quaking was kind of, it's like it's waiting for you to shake things up. It's waiting for this tower to come down. It's waiting for you to bust through some obstacles. You've got the strength to do it. You got to swing the hammer. Whew. Short, sweet, to the point, Aries. That's what I got for you, sweetie. Let me know if y'all have any questions, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Thank you.